Hey folks, this is JR with DIY Prepper. Welcome to the channel. As you could probably tell by the title and thumbnail of this video, it's going to be a little different than what I normally do. But don't freak out. Do me a favor and watch the entire video so you know what'll be happening here going forward. Over the past few years, I've been blessed with the opportunity to run this YouTube channel. This is something that I've always wanted to do, at least, since YouTube's been a thing, and I've really enjoyed it. Thanks to you, it grew much faster than I thought it would. We hit 100,000 subscribers the second half of last year. We've got 2 videos with over 1 million views, and then several others that are well above 100,000. I've been able to learn from y'all in the comments section, sometimes talking with people on the other side of the planet, which is always pretty cool, at least to me. Then, having the channel has also allowed me to expand my preps beyond anything that I would have been able to do without it. But even though it's been a great experience, it hasn't always been perfect. Like other YouTubers in the preparedness community and those that cover related topics, I've had to be careful when covering certain things. We've all heard the nightmare stories of channels being punished in different ways, like, say, losing monetization, or in some cases, losing their channels completely. And fortunately, I've been able to avoid that, but in the process, I haven't been able to cover certain things the way that I would really like to, and when I did try to cover them, there were still some subtle consequences. For example, in November of last year, I released a video over prepper home defense. I'd released a similar video about a year and a half prior to that, and it did pretty well. So when I released this newer one, I expected it to do well also. However, in the new video, I did something I didn't do in the other one. I shot body armor on camera. Even though the new video had a decent click-through rate and a high average view duration, it had significantly fewer views than other videos that I had released right before it, which is pretty odd. Then, after that, I also noticed that videos I released after it also struggled for a while. And around January, my views on my new videos did start to go up again, so I started thinking, maybe it was a seasonal thing. It was around Thanksgiving when I had released the other one, and also, other channels reported a drop in views around that time. So I decided to give that new defense video a second chance by linking to it at the end of what you need to survive off-grid. Then that video suffered a similar fate. It had a decent click-through rate and a really good watch time. It was nearly a full minute higher than my other videos, but it got less views than the video the week prior that had a lower click-through rate and view duration. That shouldn't happen. It seems like that defense video, since I talked about guns in it, is sort of a boat anchor for my other content. But on the other hand, most of us have seen firearms channels that are several times bigger than anything in the preparedness and survival niche. So there is a lot of interest there, and those channels can do well, but most of those channels stick strictly to firearm content, and anytime you can focus on just one specific thing, your channel's gonna grow much more because of that. And to be honest, not doing gun content has been a big point of frustration for me. Among my friends, I kind of have the reputation of being the resident gun nut. I've been around them literally my entire life. My grandfather was a gunsmith, and I spent a lot of my time during summer, Christmas, and spring breaks when I was growing up, hanging out with him and his buddies in that shop. Now, during that time, I learned a lot of really, really inappropriate things that I had to unlearn in order to function in society as a normal human being, but the time I spent with them also instilled in me a love of all sorts of guns, and that's something that I want to talk about. Now, the good news is that this channel, DIY Prepper TV, won't be going anywhere, and neither will I. I'll still be here sharing preparedness-related information, at least probably once a week, except for, when I'm blowing chunks or on vacation. So when I say I'm ready to move on, I'm not going to be quitting this channel like, a lot of other YouTubers have theirs. But instead, I'll be starting a second channel, DIY Prepper Reloaded, where I'll be covering different topics on firearms. That'll include prepper-related topics, like which guns that you would want to have in a survival situation, along with, some dedicated reviews of specific firearms. And having a separate channel is going to let me do two things. First, it'll help me make specialized content catered specifically for those of you that like firearms, because while the majority of preppers like guns, especially here in the United States, not all of those folks watch videos about them on YouTube. And if that's you, that's fine. You can just continue to watch this channel where I may mention them briefly from time to time, but the vast majority of what I post here will cover other aspects of preparedness. And yes, this will still be my main channel. My schedule has changed slightly, which should allow me to build a new channel while still putting the same amount of effort into this one. Then the second thing that allow me to do is cover guns and other more controversial topics without endangering this main channel. Many times if someone has multiple channels and one gets demonetized, it's just that specific channel. Then, also, since it'll be under a totally different account, I'm hoping that my views over here will not be affected because of things that I post over there, like what I've had to deal with in the past. So, if you enjoy watching gun videos, then go ahead and use the link in the description below or this card to subscribe to my new channel, DIY Prepper Reloaded, and also be sure to hit the notification bell and select all notifications. That'll give you a much better chance of finding out when I post new videos over there rather than just relying on YouTube to show them to you, especially since it's a brand new channel and the algorithm has no idea who to recommend those videos to. And if you haven't subbed to this channel yet, then go ahead and do that and sign up for notifications as well. I'm always getting comments like, hey, it's good to see you again, or hey, it's been a while, when I've actually been posting weekly. And that tells me that my videos aren't getting recommended to a lot of my subscribers or regular viewers. Now, if you don't watch gun content, please don't subscribe to the new channel just because you like me. YouTube likes to see an active and participating audience on all the channels, and that's what I want over there. The first video on DIY Prepper Reloaded will go live at 4 p.m. Daylight Savings Time tomorrow. It's already been recorded, it's been edited, and it's ready to go. I just wanted to give y'all a heads up of what's going on to help give it as much traction as possible early on. So, I hope y'all will check it out and that you enjoy it. Once again, thank you so much for supporting the channel over the years. I hope to be around here at DIY Prepper TV and at the new channel DIY Prepper Reloaded for many more years to come. If you didn't earlier, you can subscribe to it by clicking here. Thank y'all for stopping by. Y'all have a good one.